Fair enough. So, what's on your mind today? Anytime. What's the plan for the rest of your Sunday?
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed and I am student of the Rihan College. Today I am going to have a short and interesting discussion like chat with Maya. We will be discussing like topic is discuss how to overcome fear and take bold steps in life. So let's get started. So hey Maya, how are you? I am ready.
I'm doing great, and I'm officially ready to dive in. Fear is a heavy thing, but it's usually just a sign that something's actually worth doing. Where do you want to start?
Yes. Uh, my first question is how do physiologists define the actual difference between a rational fear that protects like us and a rational fear that destroys our potential?
That's a sharp way to frame it. Basically, rational fear is your internal alarm system telling you there's a cliff right in front of you. The fear that destroys potential, though, is more about the what if, the anxiety of social judgment or failure. One keeps you alive, the other just keeps you small. Does that distinction feel accurate to you?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
I
weird kind of tension, right? Knowing that the fear is there, but knowing it's not actually dangerous, just uncomfortable.
yes, I see.
Once you realize that discomfort isn't the same thing as danger, the whole game changes. Do you find yourself hesitating more with things that are risky or things that are social?
Yes,
I figured as much. Most of us are way more scared of a judgmental look than a physical fall. It's just how we're wired.
okay. I see exactly.
So it's a bit of a mental trap, really, since you're looking to take bold steps. What's one thing you've been putting off because of that feeling?
Yes, or
Wait, I might have missed that. Did you say something about someone else, or were we talking about you?
okay, why is the human brain biologically try to avoid talking like big risks and stay in the safe zone?
It's all about survival. Our brains are basically old school hardware running in a modern world. Back in the day, being safe meant staying with the tribe and avoiding anything that could get you. Stepping out of the line was a huge risk. Now, that instinct is still there, just it shifted from avoiding tigers to avoiding the awkwardness of a presentation or a risky career move.
Yeah,
It's kind of wild that our brains still treat a critical email or a tough conversation like a life or death situation. Have you ever noticed your body reacting to a safe risk, like your heart racing before you do something bold?
yes, exactly. And then,
That's the adrenaline talking. Your brain is just throwing a party it didn't invite you to, thinking you're in a fight for your life when you're really just stepping outside your comfort zone.
uh, okay,
The funny thing is, that feeling is actually the same as excitement. Your body doesn't really know the difference between I'm terrified and I'm thrilled. It's just high arousal. Have you ever tried just telling yourself you're excited instead of nervous?
okay, in high stakes environments, how to highly authoritative people manage the intense fear of using that overthink.
It sounds like you're asking about how to keep your cool when you're dealing with high pressure people or managers who might be overthinking things. It's really about creating a mental buffer. Instead of absorbing their stress, you treat it like a movie you're watching. You
Yeah,
stay the calm center of the storm while they're spiraling. Does that make sense?
yeah.
It's a bit of a superpower when you can stay grounded while everyone else is losing it. What's the biggest challenge you face when you're trying to keep that calm?
Oh, yeah, interesting.
It really is. I think we're just starting to scratch the surface of how the brain handles all this. Does it feel like the struggle is more about the internal noise or the external pressure?
Yes, I really amazing.
I'm not quite sure I follow. Who exactly is Eddie?
Okay, in high stakes
Nope.
environments, how to highly authoritative people explain me. So, can you explain how fear of the unknown actually paralyzes us like much more than the actual outcome, actual bad outcome itself?
It's the anticipation that kills us. Our brains hate avoid. When we don't know what's going to happen, our imagination fills that gap with the absolute worst case scenario just to protect us. The actual bad outcome is just one event, but the fear of the unknown is an endless loop of everything that could go
Yes,
wrong.
yeah.
It's a mental marathon that exhausts you before you even start. Do you think you tend to spiral into those worst case loops more often?
Yes, I really.
It's a common loop to get stuck in. Once you start imagining the disaster, your brain treats it as if it's already happening. Have you tried giving those thoughts a deadline?
Okay, how does building strong logical systems and
Um,
routines actually reduce the daily fear of making a wrong discussion?
hmm, I'm not entirely sure I follow that first part. Did you mean how we can use logical systems to reduce the fear of making the wrong decision? If so, it's mostly about shifting from a perfect mindset to a data mindset. Instead of fearing the wrong choice, you look at it as an experiment. If it doesn't work, you just got a piece of data on what not to do next time. It takes the emotional weight off the whole thing. Does that click for you? It's a liberating way to look at it. When you stop treating every decision like a final verdict on your intelligence, you can actually start moving. Do you feel like you're often too hard on yourself when things don't go exactly to plan?
Yes,
I think a lot of us are our own toughest critics. It's way easier to forgive a friend for a mistake than it is to forgive ourselves. Why do you think you're so strict with yourself?
okay.
Maybe it's that pressure to always have the right answer, especially when you're pushing for success. Do you think that comes more from within or from what people expect of you?
All right, I think that covers everything for today. That was a really great discussion. Thank you, Maya, for discussion and taking me, and thank you for everyone for listening and watching my discussion. So thank you. Goodbye. See you in the next video.
It was a pleasure, Ahmed. I really enjoyed diving into the mechanics of fear with you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.